furnace we have here, a 300-pound tank of molten glass, and then the glory holes are what we use to heat up the piece along the way. So we need both things, and we need an annealer and big oven to put the glass in at the end of the day. Basically, glass will stick to hot glass or to hot metal. So we have a 5-foot-long pipe with the bottom inch heated up, and we can gather the glass and loop that around. This is going to be the head. I don't know if you can see that. It's a skull with a fleur-de-lis. I carved this about a month ago. It's out of graphite. And that's what the head's going to be, and then we're going to do decorations on top. If it's too hot, gravity takes over, it falls on the ground. If you spin too fast, centrifugal force will send it off center. So this is going to be the under color.
The texture.
It's actually 3 different kinds of blue mixed together.
If it's too cold, then you can't blow it or work with it at all.
So. It'll crack. And you have to keep the piece even. You have to have your main body hot enough so that you can add bits to it, and that has to stay hot, but not too hot that it's moving. So at different stages, we have different parts of the piece hot, depending on how we want to manipulate it and work with it. I do a lot of research. I paint, I do sketches, but when I get into the hot shop, I just create. It just comes.
We discuss the pieces like late at night sometimes, right before we go to bed.
Wine or champagne.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Mostly I make it up as I go along. Instrument is newspaper. There you go. I have to show the glass where I want it to come off the pipe. That's what this line is for, to differentiate between the pipe and the actual piece that I'm making.
Yeah, it's a commitment. It's a commitment when you have a big hunk of glass on the end of a pipe. And you have to, you got to keep it hot.
Keep it hot, and you got to make all your decisions right then and there. You can't have an arm coming out and say, oh, I'll just deal with that later, it's too thick. If it's not done then and there, that's it, it's done. And it needs flat bottom to sit on.
The reason it's been attractive to me is because I've always cooked or I've done metal sculpture, and so I'm used to working with intense heat and also about timing things. And so when you see us working together, it's kind of a dance, or it's like two cooks in the kitchen, because our timing has to be spot on.
And hot glass will stick to hot glass or hot metal.
It's like cooking because everything has to be timed. And to make a meal, okay, you sear your steak, okay, you melt the glass, and then you slow the cooking time down, and then you add other components to the dish, and so you're gradually heating it and cooling it. It's all about timing.
And 15 ingredients to make one final piece, whereas we're using 15 blocks of glass to create one piece.
Preparation for pieces too, like the molds that we carved out for the Skull de Lis that's on the vase. That took hours to carve. You carve the graphite out with the Dremel.
Hours a day, because we'd carve it and then come into the studio, ladle glass into it, it wouldn't be right. We'd sit there and carve it for another half hour, and then take it home in the evening and carve it again. often you see a perfect piece in the gallery and there's 3 pieces made before that
that haven't
cracked
worked,
or been wonky or ugly colors or too thin or not the right height.
or sometimes it's the perfect piece and it falls off the bunny.
Falls off the bunny or hits the door on the way out or has a tiny little check in it and we can't sell it.
Yeah, and usually it is they are the best pieces that break.
Have high-end stuff that we can't bring to craft shows because they'll break. We need galleries representation for that. But galleries take 50%, and it costs us $250 a day to blow glass. So we have a huge expenditure to blow glass, and then to lose 50% in the gallery, it just doesn't appeal to me. But we do need that representation because we're not always around, and people need to know where to find us. Craft shows we like to do. We prefer ones with music, but I quite enjoy it because we get to meet the people that buy our stuff. Right here?
Right in there?
Yeah. There? That has gold in it there.
Yeah.
Did you bring me gold?
Yeah, I just brought your gold.
Oh, okay. So one of the transparent greens.
In the gallery, sometimes a lot of times it's somebody else selling your work, but we are the ones that are going to sell the most of our work and sell it the best.
And we have refused to sell pieces to people that we don't like. Our house is full of ones that I will not sell until there's another favorite or I run out of space. But definitely.
Or if we run out of money, and it's like let's get rid of it.
Rent needs to be paid, then we sell some pieces.